I'm going to show you how to embed a Google Sheet into a web page, similar to something like this. So we can see just a blank page here and it's embedded here, just like what you would normally see when you're actually in your Google Drive editing the sheet. So I've already created the test embed sheet here. I don't have any specific columns or rows set up, but we can see that there's some content in here. Your next step will be to allow access for people to edit this document. So up here with the share button, you'll want to click that. Right now it's restricted, so we want to change to anyone with a link. And then we want to make sure that they're not going to be able to just view it unless that's what you want. You can also allow them to edit it, and that's what we're going to be doing here. We'll click done and we'll come back to that part once again later. But the next step after this is to use Google's publish feature so we can grab the embed code to paste it into the web page. So under File, Share, and Publish to Web here, we will use the Embed tab. And you have the option to either do the entire document or just per sheet. This one will do the document. A little pop-up window says, are you sure you want to publish this section? I'm going to hit OK. So now here's the iframe code, and we'll just copy that. And the next step will be to take it over to your page. I'm going to open up the editor for my page here. And obviously it's already going to have it, but I will show you what's a little bit different with it at first. So we can see it kind of changed drastically. It's a lot smaller and you don't have some of those features up at the top. And that's what we'll change next as our next step. So now to be able to allow people to edit it, we need to go back out of this and go back to share. You're going to copy the link that you would normally send over to somebody where they're going to edit it, because the links are a little bit different in that iframe code. Okay, I have this opened up again and we're going to pay attention to some of the stuff in this URL here. So we want to grab all of this, but keep the rest of this. Anything after the question mark. So I'm going to paste in that sharing URL, and we can see it's different because it has the word sharing in it. Now we're getting the headers and some of the editing capabilities within that. To make it bigger, we are just going to add a couple width and height attributes. So if we do width 100%, that'll make it stretch across the screen. And then we can also add height. And it looks like, so I'm just going to do like a 500, and that one's going to be a pixel. And so now we have, it was accidentally inputting some information here as I was typing, probably because of my screen. But now we have it bigger, we can see we have editing capabilities, and we can navigate through it. If I publish this now, we go back to our document, we can see it's already auto updated. So it updates pretty quickly. And you can see if there's somebody editing certain cells. So I'm going to delete that, and within just a few seconds, it will also delete it from the actual document as well. And there it is. So that's embedding the Excel sheet and allowing people to edit it within your website or web page. A couple things to note would be that if your web page is public and accessible to anybody who's signed into their Google account can edit this. If you do want to restrict it, you can restrict the page entirely by password, and then they just need a password to get into the page, and anybody with that password can access the page and edit it. Or you can do a members type website where only members can maybe access that page. Or you can go back to share and you can assign only certain emails to be able to edit that page or this document, just like you kind of would when you share this document to certain emails. It would do the same thing. Other people visiting your website would be able to see the document and its changes, but only those people that you share. Let's do restricted. Only those people that you share their email address would get to edit this document. So we can set it back to restricted, and then you would add other email addresses here. So that's how you embed a Google Sheet into a web page. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer you as best I can, and I hope this helps. Thanks.